Okay, so I have several articles here, and eventually, all this will matter. All this will mean something. It's been rough going. It seems as though because I truly believe in freedom and democracy and respecting other people, it's either a demotion from the students who's used to a Nazi do this, shut up, do as you're told, and versus the my colleagues who will still be teaching their Nazi ways. And so it seems to me the only way, there's probably several ways to be successful, but I think my best chances is to get a classroom for a year. Because if I can get a classroom for a year, I will show that I can raise the scores up and they will be learning, they will be smarter, and they'll be stronger and better off for it. So far, the public education system is to maintain the status quo, to maintain inequality, and to take away anybody's inherent motivation and freedom, and sort of to smash them into subservience. It makes no sense to me that the modern day public education school system will teach you to be a slave and expect you to become a master. They will tell you to pick more cotton. You need to get out in those fields and just keep picking cotton and pick cotton as hard as you can. And then once you're done picking cotton, you'll be the king. That's never worked like that. That's the way it should be. We should respect all positions, but in the division of labor in capitalist America, if you're actually the worker, that means you're the lowest person on the totem pole. You're the janitor. You're the people that's making the dinners and the food for people to eat. You're the lowest one on the totem pole, and that's ridiculous. It's I respect labor, I respect work. It's the only way anything gets accomplished. But what I don't respect is how they teach the students in America to be stupid and to be dumb and to be obedient. They might think that they taught them something. It's like, hey, they know how to, they know all about calculus. Yeah, that's good, but why did I learn that? Was there a point to it? You didn't try to convince me. I have no purpose, and I'm not going to use it anymore. If I was to become an engineer, that makes sense. That would have made sense, you know. And instead, that's not the case. So again, the school system, what I think is really messed up about it is that they will, any talented person. I don't know. If I get a year, I'll show that my scores go up, and I can go ahead. I don't see why freedom and democracy would be so scary to anybody in in these United States. And it's a fear of freedom. It's a fear of freedom. You'd have to listen to what it is that I say on my baseline, on my foundation. And then once you understand the foundation of it, I don't see how you can really get past it unless you're immoral or you're just a fucking asshole who just wants to be manipulative. And that's the point. By making the kids dumb, obedient, weak, they're going to be manipulated for the rest of their lives. And so instead of them being strong and moral, we're making them weak, and they're becoming immoral because they're weak. So there's several articles I got up here. There's one lady goes into the school system and she's surprised how she can't even sit still. She's already checked out. She says in 45 minutes of this class. So she's like, my God, what about these children with ADHD? And I think ADHD is, there's a I read this other article, just kind of how boys have sort of checked out of the whole romantic game because they have everything to lose and nothing to gain. And so the this article here is just talking about ADHD. And the reason why I mentioned the boys thing is because I remember Karen Stone sitting there saying, sit down, like I'm a dog. And then I told another person about the thing, and he didn't give a shit about me. How come you didn't just sit down? Because I'm not a fucking dog. Why do you think I paid $50,000 just to be told, just sit down and shut up? I didn't pay $50,000. I could have given $50,000 to a homeless person, and I would have got a better fucking education about life than giving $50,000 to Spalding University. It's the absolute worst fucking shithole in the entire universe. They are wrong and they are disrespectful all the fucking time. And yet, if you were 1% saying, "Hey, almost got kicked out because I said, why are you harassing me?" Because it was okay for her to harass me and to be a shitty dickhead. That was acceptable. But me saying, "Hey, don't be a shitty dickhead," was enough of a reason to try to kick me out of fucking school. And that's such bullshit. but they got a vagina, and the dean doesn't give a shit if the person who has a vagina is an asshole. If you got a vagina, you're allowed to be a total dickhead to grown ass men. And if you're allowed to be a total dickhead to grown ass men, the pussification of America is happening right before our eyes. Shia LaBeouf talked about how we don't have any manhood ceremonies because he says it's something to do with sending the boys off to war. But I think it's something to do with making sure our men are not men. The women like their boys to be dumb and obedient, but they like their men to tell them to shut the fuck up and what to do. Elizabeth Rogers is a perfect example of this. I've never actually, this almost a rule that just is universally true. Her husband calls her a bitch. Why are you being a shitty bitch? And she kisses his ass and sucks his dick. She was like, man, why am I being a bitch, right? She thought about it. But how many of her students would she have raised to say, hey, why are you being a shitty bitch? It's the exact opposite. The people who've been students in her class have been boys, have been immature boys. And if you can't stand up to her, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't to become her husband, but her husband is someone that she respects. And is somebody that she admires and looks up to. That's why she chose him to be her partner. To be, yeah, her partner. And so my point being is not only could she not create, her a husband or whatever, but she couldn't create somebody that she respects. And so it's absolute bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. People are, everybody's fascist. The will to power is a very normal thing. And I think once we start having this real conversation, the conversation will be a little bit, it'll be a little bit muddy. It'll be a little bit emotional, and we'll have to try to get on the same board. But ultimately, in the great pool of ideas, the best ideas should prevail. So when we start saying what is best for us, what is best for our children, and if we are sincere in that conversation, then I don't see how we wouldn't continue to advance, just as a society, as a nation, as a group of people. So this article was talking about ADHD. Karen Stone tells me, sit down. And then she makes fun of me and she says, hey, I know that you got ADHD. Well, she's a kindergartner teacher and she's treating us all like kindergartners. So anything in her fucking, little childlike mind is going to look like kindergartner behavior. Hey, why are you getting up, getting your book bag? Well, I'm a grown ass fucking man and I need to get my shit out of my book bag. You told us to sit over here, but I needed to get my things over here. So I'm just going to get my things and then I'm going to sit right back down the way I was going to do it anyways. Not because you said so and not because you didn't say so. But why am I expected to be your slave? Why do I feel as though I have to either A, listen to a direct order of me being a stupid servant fucking dog, shut up, sit down, or else I'm going to lose $50,000. And the fact that, that's destroying people. That's basically saying, shut up, sit down, you are going to be weak and you're going to be my bitch, you're going to be my bitch ass nigger slave. You're going to be my fucking, just shut up and do nothing. There's the slaves and there's the masses. There's the bitches and then there's the, bitches could be anything. But if for a man, it takes away your manhood. Oh, you're just a bitch. It means you're just a fucking, you're not a man. You're not a human. You're an Enoch or a eunuch. You're a eunuch. You've been castrated and you've just a fucking, docile fucking steer walking around waiting for, I don't know, either to be build some fucking bridge to go off the war to die, but definitely not to be a husband or a family man or to do anything significant. You're castrated. They cut off your fucking manhood. The same thing was up in Vermont. They cut off the manhood up in Vermont. So I remember these incidents because that's what that's the stuff I remember in school. I can't even remember the subject. Oh, inclusion. Karen Stone taught inclusion, and smart kids, intellectual kids, people that, question authority or have some humanity still left in them are systematically weeded out. And it's absolute bullshit. It's absolute bullshit because, I'm not a troublemaker. I didn't go there to oppose them or to do anything like that. All I went there for, if you have to participate in the conversation, well, I got to say something. And if I don't say what I believe, you want me to just say what you want me to believe? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Regurgitate your own words to you and then you get all satisfied that I learned something because you were the one that told me to do it. I'm 33, almost 33 years old. When I walk into a school, into a building and meet new people, I would want them to know, who I am beforehand. For them to just take all my experiences and throw it out the window because I'm just supposed to be a slave, and that's Kristen Harris. And so all this fucking disrespect, all this shittiness, I'm supposed to just, smile and go along with it. If I was good at playing the game, But life isn't a game to me. And so, that's what it seems so obvious to me. It seems so fucking, I don't know why I feel like I gotta struggle against this shit. I'd be the greatest fucking teacher. Given the opportunity, I'd be the greatest fucking teacher anybody has ever fucking seen. Anybody. The greatest fucking one, because I would actually capture their curiosity. I would actually get them to stand up for them. I would actually tell them to care about themselves and to, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You do need to speak up if you want to get your ways. And you got to be humble too. Not everybody's going to do what you want, but frankly, if you just sit down and shut up and never, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So if you shut up and you never say anything to anybody, then you're doomed to be manipulated till the day that you die. To the day that you die. The will to power is a normal thing. It is a normal thing. So when you get around people that understand the will to power is a normal thing, they will check each other. No, I'm not your slave. No, I'm not your fucking slave. I'm not your fucking slave. And that should be respected in a freedom-loving culture. I'm not your fucking slave. And of course that's true. Well, nobody wants to be anybody's slave. So how do you have a group setting where we all have freedom? Well, you have democratic, because everybody can't just speak up at once, right? One person has to speak at a time. So there needs to be some type of structure, some type of order. But it's come to, that type of order has come through democratic consensus. And that's the way it comes about. So I'm going to go through all these articles. All right, it's only 11 minutes, and that's not too bad. So I think it's ridiculous that here I am actually saying I want to teach the students and have something to offer. I actually want to educate them to something that I got. Instead of just saying, hey, do as I say and listen to what I say, regardless of if you want to or not. And if you don't do it, I'm going to punish you. I saw this meme about the police officers with Andy Griffith, and it said that he doesn't carry a gun because he doesn't want people to respect him just because of out of fear. Just because they have this gun, you will respect me. No, you respect somebody because they're an actual good person who does good deeds. That's what you're supposed to do, and that's what the teachers aren't being taught. So it's basically you have totalitarian, fascist education systems. And it was meant to be universalized and meant to help elevate the poor and to democratize and to get people to understand their country and their nation and to be informed and active citizens in this democratic society. It's not working. It's not even close to being working. It's totalitarian fascism. It's strict totalitarian fascism. So this whole argument about ADHD is just fucking stupid to me. The whole argument about bullies is stupid too, on a different way. But because they don't see their own, it's like they pretend they're just looking through the glass of an aquarium and they're observing, natural behavior. No, you're observing people who's being observed by a bunch of fucking Nazis. If Nazis are observing me every day, day in and day out, that's going to get a different type of result than if somebody was just saying, hey, we're cool, man, everything's cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you're being spied on by Nazis and you're expected to conform with your behavior, expected to conform with their expectations, then you're going to be a fucking Nazi. You're going to be a kiss ass fucking do as you're fucking told, little whiny, piece of shit. And then you'll also internalize the fucking Nazis, shut up, sit down, do as you're fucking told type of philosophy, type of, belief system. And so that's what we're confronted with. The idea, I just think it would be fucking bullshit that if I had to send my fucking kid to a school and they were hypocritical with how they treated me, with how I would treat them, I'm supposed to send you all. I don't know who you are. Yeah, I understand you need to, ask me who I am and where I'm from. But at the same token, I want to know who they are and where are they from. And so if they think that they can fucking be a dick to me, and then when they say, hey, no, I'm going to take your fucking kid, because that's what they're doing. The state is taking the American parents' children away from them, and the idea is that they're filling them up with knowledge. It's not working that way. The parents and the school system work in tandem to oppress the children. The children are very much the slaves, and they walk in like a prison-like environment. In this Valerie Strauss, the Washington Post article that I have posted up here that I haven't been scrolling through, she talked about how she felt uncomfortable. She's not ADHD, so how could, if you're diagnosed with ADHD and you're sitting in class, how could you not feel uncomfortable also? You would have to feel, like if she's feeling uncomfortable, that means regular, everyday, average people are feeling uncomfortable because it's not natural. It's not normal to just sit there in class all day long and not, want to get up and move about, move your limbs, and to, have a healthy type of body. But the school system is regimented, very much on the hour, by the hour. When the bell system, you get up, you do as you're told, shut up. You barely can go to ask for the bathroom or to sharpen your pencil without, causing some type of commotion. It's just a very ordered Nazi-like society. And the only lessons that we're learning is that you're an obedient slave. Hopefully you get some type of skills that you could actually transfer to the workplace. But we're learning here, Google isn't even doing that. So let's that's pretty much all I want. Valerie Strauss's article, before we get to the Google article, that's all I want to get through with her. Was just basically, she wrote, why can so many kids, or why do kids, they can't sit through school? Why can't that happen? What's the deal? And so she was, I don't know. She says that they should have an hour-long recess, and some of the teachers had laughed at her. And so, that's what we're doing. That's what we're confronted with. Hey, I got a new idea. Well, we're just the popular kids, and we're just going to laugh in your face and not do any fucking thing that you say. And that's, that's fucked up. I guess maybe because they weren't the popular kids, they get to be the popular kids now. I've been to teacher training school. They're probably I've also seen, student councils being run, and they're some of the most, droll, corrupt pieces of shit that we'll ever see. The new teachers coming out of Spalding University will either A, be unsuccessful, or B, be fucking Nazis to the kilt, to the tilt, to the fucking hills and back. Whatever the phrase is. Everybody that comes out of Spalding University, they don't have a soul. They've already given up on the student. They think they want to press their will against the students. And then they think by teaching the students to not have a will, to just do as they're told, like they're slaves, that's somehow going to be successful for their lives and, for their future lives. It's not successful. I even presented in my class recently, I presented an idea that we should not just test what they learned for that year. We should see how their lives turn out. Are our school systems actually elevating our citizens' lives? Does going to school for the first 18 years of our life, does that elevate us? I was reading this one story about the Native Americans. Oh yeah, the Indian Knoll site. The average lifespan for the Native American 4,000 or 5,000 years ago was at 18 and a half to 20 years old. So you force someone to go through the school those years, they're dead. They're absolutely dead. If we was to then, and that's a lot of fucking time. That's the most formidable years, and you're sitting there trying to brainwash us into fucking thinking this certain way, and it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And with my own personal experiences, basically it was just a shrug of the shoulders, a roll of the eyes, a shrug of the shoulders, and then the person's life is fucked. And for people to be absolutely just so, just so sort of just dismissive, just throw that person's life away, throw his life away. I do not care. And these are the people we respect. These are the people that's that's supposed to be getting us to where we're supposed to go. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're just controlling their classroom, getting their fucking paycheck, and flipping the whole fucking world off. Because I think that the sincere care isn't there. They don't actually care about the students' success rate outside of the fucking school, and it was all just about maintaining their control in that fucking classroom. So there's another classroom, and it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks being the only motherfucker in this fucking world that cares about democracy and freedom. It absolutely is fucking bullshit. It is such fucking bullshit. There's for Black studies, African American studies, for the entire time, everybody listened to this asshole just preach behind the podium. You couldn't even see her. You couldn't even see her behind the fucking podium. I was talking before class, and she was like, "Hey, I'm talking," and just talked to me real fucking shitty. And this stupid Jonathan Reynolds, this stupid stuck-up fucking, you've ever seen a fucking, pussified fucking kiss-ass Uncle Tom motherfucker? That is Jonathan fucking Reynolds, okay? So this piece of shit fucking low-life motherfucker, he's just sitting there all quiet, like, I know he's talked to these women that he was sitting next to, so it's like they're expecting me to be some way. Oh, watch, he just got shitted on, watch, he's not gonna fucking take it. No, I'm gonna fucking take it. I have to get my fucking grades, and you guys act like you guys are better than me because why? Y'all don't fucking talk. Y'all have no ideas. Y'all say nothing. There's nothing on your fucking minds. So I have to feel as though either I fucking stand up for myself and risk getting kicked out of the university, and all I want to say is why are you being so rude? I was talking before class. I wasn't interrupting you. I've never interrupted you. I let you go on and on and on with your stupid ass bullshit. You don't care about us. You don't give a shit about any of us, and you only care about classroom managing us. And that's absolutely true. That is all she gives a fuck about. I've been through teacher training school. That's what all these motherfuckers give a shit about. Actually knowing the students, knowing who they are, knowing getting the students to know one another, to build our network context, to build our knowledge base. These are not the fucking things that the teachers are doing. They get a fucking job. They're taught to just manipulate and oppress and control. And then if they can get that compliance out of you in school, fuck you. No, I thought you were going to be a person, but you're not a person anymore. And so for me to be faced with that, I do dream of a world where I can send my son or daughter to school, and if they get treated like shit, daddy's going to be there at school with their, that's got their fucking back. My kids will know that they got somebody that's got their fucking back because I've had a long ass fucking life where nobody has had my fucking back. Nobody just to say, hey, guess what? The teacher is shitty to me. That sucks. Did you say something? Did you speak up for yourself? Do you want to do something about it? A little bit of empathy, a little bit of humanity. There is none here. This is the United States of America. There is no fucking humanity. Dog eat dog, capitalistic fucking society. Some sink, some swim. And the best way to do, if you see a homeless person getting beat up by the cop, just be a fucking ignorant ass jock with your stupid cocky face smiling as if this is fucking normal. Ha ha ha. Yes, look at this man who was protesting, that he's fucking homeless and shit. Fuck him, he's getting his ass kicked by the cops. Guess you should have fucking respect the cops, you dumb homeless motherfucker. No, he's fucking homeless and he's getting the injustice of the brutality of fucking bullshit. Cops are fucking with him because he's fucking poor and he's out in the middle of everybody sees what's going on. Rich people, middle class people, you go in your house and you can fucking say, here's my private life, here's my public life. Homeless people's right out in the fucking, right there in front of the whole world. So you want to know why we have all the problems that we have? Because of the education system. The education system is totally fucking it's fucking up solidarity, it's fucking up unions, fucking up us being together. And all it's doing is it's not being successful in terms of making our society better. It's making our society worse. Here's a quick thing before I get to the Google articles, because what's the point even in Kentucky? The biggest thing here is that they want all the students to be career and college ready. That's the coin. That's the words. Career and college ready. So either A, ready to go to college to learn how to write and read stories and be obedient, and pretend that you're fucking learning some shit. Again, we're not, if you don't have any dignity or humanity to begin with, it's like MLK, if you don't stand up for anything, you'll fall for anything, right? If you don't stand for anything, then you'll fall for anything. So that's if you have no beliefs. He also says that a man isn't fit to be a man until he's found something to die for. And that's absolutely true. You die for your loved ones. You die for your family. You die for your wife. You die for a bigger cause, for the people, for democracy, for freedom, for justice. And so once you find that out, then that's the things that you live for. When you find out what you'll die for, then you know what you'll live for. And so they're saying that you don't have any dignity when you're going through these public education systems, schools, because you're just supposed to shut up and sit down. So you're the very essence to life, because freedom is a necessary condition for life. Without freedom, you cannot be a human being. So if we don't have freedom, then we're not even allowed to be humans. We're not even allowed to be people. So without freedom, which is not, it's not just a desired virtue for somebody's life. You're not a fucking person if you're not free. You get to do what you want to do, move about, and have total agency over yourself. If you're not free, then you don't have any control of yourself, and therefore it doesn't even matter. You're just an automaton. You're just a fucking machine or a cog, an Uncle Tom slave for somebody else's design. And so you're owned by somebody else. So without the necessary condition for freedom, a necessary condition of freedom for freedom to do as one wants, then you can't even be a person. So we're not even at that level yet. to where we're allowed to be free, and then we start, because I think, like, they'll say, well, oh, well, you said, the dean, what I don't know the fucker's name, but from Spalding University, fucking weird douchebag, really fucking creepy, tries to be extra nice as if he's a good person, and he overdoes it. He goes overboard with it, and it just makes you feel fucking uncomfortable, especially when he's like, I don't know, I hate talking to the fucking asshole. He's fucking disgusting. He creeps me right the fuck out, and he has no sense of justice or truth or honesty or fairness or anything. Um, but the point was, talking to him, he'll I don't know, he'll talk and he'll act like, I'm talking about something else now, but he'll act like, oh, I just fucking tricked you. I just fucking got you with this question. I just fucking zinged you. And he's acting as if like, oh, you've been a bad boy your whole life, and I'm fucking, I'm punishing you. No, you're not punishing a bad person. You're punishing a person who's been manipulated and obedient his entire fucking life. So that wasn't my point. My point was about getting a job, about freedom, how freedom is a necessary condition for life. And so if people need to take away that freedom in order to understand you, they don't give a shit about you. Kristen Harris was just like that. When I told them to sit down in the chair opposite to the other side, they didn't do it. But if I didn't do that when they ordered that out of me, I would have got fucked over. Hey, go sit over there. No, I don't want to. Why the fuck do I just walking by and you just want to be an ordering fucking piece of shit? And I gotta be your slave? I gotta be your fucking bitch ass nigger slave? No, seriously. Why the fuck do I'm a grown ass fucking man? And you're teaching me that if I just do as the fuck as you say, like a dumb piece of shit. We're all adults here. For 2 hours, a bunch of adults get to sit around in the classroom, and we could have been fucking friends. We could have got to know one another. But the fucking Nazi, the dictating, tyrannical piece of shit fucking teacher is not a fucking teacher. They just want all the power and all the control. So, oh yeah, they were sitting there talking about how the ADHD kids need to learn how to share power. They don't know how to share power. Teachers, professors, they don't know how to share power. They know how to take all the fucking power, and they only let people speak up that agree with them. Anybody who disagrees with them, shut them down, humiliate them, talk down to them, use divide and control tactics. And yes, that I do resent those divide and control tactics because I fucking know what you're doing. Before, I just suspected that you're a bunch of manipulative fucking assholes. Now I know you are. I know you fuckers are just about manipulation, and that's all you give a shit about. And for them to act like that's not what they're on, for them to act like will to power or that somehow they're fucking better, they're not. They're not better than anybody. And the fact that they think that they're better than anybody means that they're fucking worse than everybody. Because if that's the examples, right? So why are our students not being hired at Google? Because that's the point. College and career ready, right? To be college and career ready, you have to have have to have skills to be good for the job market. But if you're sitting there listening to all this elite fucking assholes talk above you, talk as if you're stupid, and make sure everybody in the classroom knows that they're all just a bunch of dumb slaves, the slaves will either A, reject it, be their own people, or they'll internalize it, and they'll go around talking lofty as if they fucking know it all, because that's what the fucking universities have taught them to be. You act like you fucking know it all, you be a fucking snob, and then you get paid. That's a Professor 101. That's how you get your fucking money. Be a stuck-up snob, be a fucking shitty fucking asshole, and then you get fucking paid. That's insane. That makes no fucking sense to me at all. Okay, that's the opposite of what the idea of school is supposed to be. The idea of school is to actually get people to the next step, to get them to college and get them to be a better person at work. And if all we're doing for high school and middle school and elementary is making them into an obedient fucking cog, do this, do that, shut up, we don't care about your voice, and then push them off to college, and then they're being told to shut up, sit down, we don't care about your voice, and they graduate, at what fucking point do they get to be themselves? It's almost like in order to succeed in American school, American education system, you got to shut yourself off. You got to turn yourself off and just turn your thoughts off. And that doesn't make any sense to me. And that's like the ADHD thing. They said you can't turn a person that has ADHD, you can't turn their thoughts off. Who the fuck can turn their thoughts off? Fucking dumb fucking people that have basically checked out of life. Nope, I've checked out. I'm just sitting here staring into the fucking void because my life has no meaning. and because you have to have a stupid shitty job to pay for your stupid shitty house, you know, and if you're barely on the edge of extinction or survival, you have to fucking do it. You have to fucking sell out your whole fucking life. Boss says, hey, do this or else I'm gonna fire you. You have to do it or you're gonna get fucking fired. Wow. You're gonna treat me like that? Yeah, that's right, because I'm the fucking boss, and if you don't respect I'm the boss, then you don't get to come back here no more. And that's like, goddamn, that's like fucking bullshit. I come here, work every goddamn day. I've been here for 10 fucking years. They just hired your ass, and now you're sitting there treating me as if I've been here the whole fucking time. Seniority doesn't fucking matter. You just come off the fucking street talking to me like a fucking dog. So it's not about sex, but the sex thing, it does show you that grown ass women, if they are used to shitting on their husbands and being shitty to men, because it is socially unacceptable to hit women, and so they act like fucking gangsters. They act like fucking total fucking dickheads. And if we're not evolved as a society to either, I feel like I have to have a woman by my side to stand up for me. Because if I was to say, hey, you fucking asshole, don't be a fucking asshole to me, it's fucking bullshit, people would look at me as if I'm the one that's in the fucking wrong. That happened actually at the fucking cafeteria. This old fucking woman was just being a dickhead saying, don't touch the food. My hands weren't even close to the food until I said to her, well, you just need to stop being an asshole. My fucking hands wasn't close. She was just being an asshole. She was being a dick. She just wanted to piss me off. Hey, keep your hands on the food. Oh, my hands ain't on the food. Well, just keep them off. No, just don't tell me what to do. Don't be a fucking dickhead for no fucking reason. Oh, you just called me a dickhead? You just fucked up. How did I just fuck up? You were the dickhead. You were the one being an asshole. So me saying that you're an asshole makes me the asshole? No, no, no. No, that is not fucking true. You being an asshole is what made you an asshole. I just observed it. I just saw the thing happen. If I see a car wreck and somebody runs into somebody else and I say, hey, that asshole wrecked into that other asshole, I'm the one that's in the wrong because I said that one of them was an asshole. I called them both assholes. I'm in the wrong. No, that doesn't make me the fucking asshole. It means I made an observation about some human being who was being a fucking dick and wrecked into some other person. And I called both assholes because I guess I don't know who was at fault, right? Who stopped? Did he stop in the middle of the road? Did he turn left? Or did he hit him from behind? You hit somebody from behind or you hit him from the side, you're pretty much fucked. You got to control your own fucking vehicle. Why are you on that motherfucker's ass? Were you fucking tailgating him the whole time? So it's bullshit. It's bullshit that I have to go through these struggles, and it's bullshit that it seems like there's not many people out here that can either A, relate to me, or they don't fucking try, you know. And I don't know what it is. I think it's man culture. I truly believe it's this. I think men care about women, women care about women, and no one cares about men. And so that's a gross, you know, generalization. There's people that doesn't fit perfectly into that, but that's the only thing that it can fucking be. That's the only thing that it can be. You know, nobody gives a shit about me, and that's not even me crying. That's the fucking truth of it. In America, because of whatever fucking reason, because everybody's got a will to power, that they don't, you know, men don't look at me and say, hey, that's a person or a buddy or a friendship, or I could really, you know, enjoy that relationship. What they say is, you know, look at this ass fucking hatch, you know, this fucking obstacle, this fucking competitor for the few resources and jobs and women out here, right? So I'm just a fucking a competitor for them to just kind of gloss over and not even look at. And for the women, it's like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, you want to fuck me, don't you know? No, I just said hello to you. Okay, so you are the one that are assuming this shit, and because of what, men are stronger and they want sex more. Women want sex, but men want it more. So somehow men get the fucking, you know, I get to look like I'm some sort of fucking rapist just because I walked off the, you know, just because I'm a man. Hey, you're a man. You must be a rapist. No, I'm not. But you're a fucking woman, and you probably have never had anybody tell you what to do, and you're probably the fucking rapist. If you believe in 100% capitulation, 100% fucking control, which is what these school systems teach. To teach like a champion, you have to manipulate 100%. And I'm telling you what is true. Anybody who's ever been to school fucking knows that this is true. And so for people to fuck with me so much and to try to tell me that I'm fucking wrong about this shit, maybe if they accepted my clear fucking truth, of course what I'm saying is fucking true. I had a friend, Jeremy Wright, sit there and treat me like a fucking dickhead. because I said that they were fascist dictators in the classroom. And then when I started ordering, started being a fascist myself in order to, get, I don't know, get to the promised land or whatever. I feel like, hey, if you do what I say, then we'll get freedom when we get to this point here. And so I was thinking if I could get that control, then I could get into the freedom, and then maybe we could enjoy our freedom. But while I was trying to do this, Jeremy Wright says, hey, you're a fascist. So he's going to call his friend out when he shows any degree of power, when he's been sucking every fucking authoritarian's dick out there. Jeremy Wright was sucking Tulio's dick at the camp, Timberlake Camp in Vermont. So, we go all the way there. We were friends going all the way up there. But because he likes kissing the white man's ass, the white man who has all the fucking money, do as they said, even fucked over a little black boy who was on a camper ship. He was too poor in order to, to actually afford the camp. They give out these camper ships, and he was one of them that got to it. But there's only 2 black boys, and supposedly he had pooped outside of the toilet. The pooping outside the toilet kept happening after Jeremy Wright got rid of that black boy. Jeremy Wright is a black man, but that's irrelevant. His fucking skin color, he was token, and because he was willing to sell out, because he had no soul, didn't mind fucking the students over. There's 2 students or 2 campers, and camp is different than school. Camp is the students have all the power, because if their parents are not happy, if the campers aren't happy, and they tell their parents, the parents won't send them back to camp. And so if the whole fucking point is just to manipulate everybody and treat them like shit, camp is supposed to be where you have freedom and you're allowed to do things. But this example is a good example because he says, if y'all don't stop talking, I'm going to separate you two. So he gets in their face. He threatens them. He was wearing these fucking cop shades. This asshole once fucking told me he's a Black Panther. This fucking asshole, pretending to be like nice. It's just fucking bullshit. I know people that will be fucking racist and say, well, he's black. He's had all these horrible experiences. I can understand his fucking struggle. And he's a Nazi. He's a fucking Nazi. He's an unfeeling, uncaring fucking Nazi. Instead of actually getting people to talk to them and being human with each other, he would rather just keep silent, tell the fucking kids what to do, and then go around a bunch of other adults and be like, ha ha ha, I'm fucking badass. Mr. fucking Highfield used to do that shit to me. It pissed me right the fuck off. Because I'm known as a good kid, he would tell me to do shit all the fucking time. Oh, you're a good kid. Do this, do that, do this. And it's not fucking good to be weak and powerless. So, school is totally backwards. It's totally fucking topsy-turvy. When he said, I'm going to separate you two, that was hierarchy destroying a relationship. If you two don't stop having fun and playing together and making jokes in camp and having fun, I'm going to ruin your fucking relationship. And I'm bigger than you, and I'm black, so nobody's going to say shit to me. I'm a fucking token hire here. And just fucking, I'm the fascist Nazi. So shut your damn mouths, you stupid fucking kids, or else I'll destroy your relationship. It only took him 1 second to do it, and they fucking shut up. And he felt so satisfied with himself. That was hierarchy destroying a relationship. A good relationship can fucking push through that shit. But when hierarchy does that shit, it's just watch any Hollywood film. The biggest moments, the decision for somebody to be off, the decision for someone to be hired to make money, it all comes in just a moment. Just a moment. One simple argument, one simple turn of the phrase, one simple fucking, one bad draw, and then you're, lying dead on the street. And so for people to sit there and play games with people's fucking lives, it's fucking sick. And they've been doing this with American students, not since kindergarten, but since fucking 4 years old for Jump Start or Head Start. So Head Start gets, people being obedient by the time they're 4. Reading, writing, arithmetic, yeah, we need to learn that shit. I could teach my own fucking kids that shit. Teach them to be free. Teach them to care about themselves. And do 50,000 times better of an education than what the fuck I got. The only education that I got was that humans can be manipulated. You're a fucking nobody. And none of the knowledge that supposedly was supposed to make me rich has not made me fucking rich. And possibly I would say part of it's bad advising throughout my fucking years and shit. But that's another thing. Because I'm weak, I've been listening to assholes not giving me good advice. because I have not been listening, to what I want and to do the things that I want to do. I have been letting motherfuckers fuck me up. Hey, go do this. How come you didn't do that? And it's like, well, I'll do anything if you ask me nicely, but that means I'm only doing things for people that have the fucking gumption to fucking ask. Why don't we, I don't know. I think that I have a gift and I have a passion and that I'm way better than what, these assholes are giving me fucking credit for. And it fucking sucks because the assholes, it's like the missing link, the not the missing link, but the weakest link. At the very end, you would have about 3 or 4 of them, right? They kept on throwing out the stupid ones, but then once you get to about just a couple of them, they'll throw out the smartest one because they don't want to compete against them at the very last final fucking phase. And so that's the American mentality. A bunch of mediocre fucking, I want to say C students, but being A students doesn't exactly make you smart. It makes you obedient. And you do get a lot of ideas in your head. And so you also get, ideas of your own, and you hopefully you become independent. There is that fear that actually if you give enough education, they might listen, or they might say, fuck this isn't education. When I do my own thing, that's when I get educated. So the articles I got here are Google articles, and they're probably, actually I probably should just started out with them, but frankly this has just been, I'm glad you're listening, the world, even though it's like, what the fuck, why do I gotta like talk to the world? Because people can't understand this, they can't fucking empathize with me. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And so the solutions is, women need to be fucking nicer, but men need to be nicer too. If you think that you're defending a female just because she has a vagina, and you think that you're I'm gonna be Superman because men have, it's basically I'm expendable. It's easier just to fuck with me and throw me out because I got testicles and I got a dick and because I got, I'm a student. For the dean and for the teachers and the administration at Spalding University, it was easier to fuck over a male student than it was to go after their own professors. Their own professors have been working there for a while. You got friends there. They're making all the fucking money, and you're just gonna back faculty. So really, what that teaches me was going in and being a student is the very fucking worst way to start life out. You walk in being a teacher, and when you teach, you actually learn better. You walk being a teacher, you walk in being a principal, you walk in on top. Because as long as you think that you got to be a peon or a bitch someday, you'll always be picking that fucking cotton, and you'll never fuck. Because to be a massa, to be the ruler of a plantation, yeah, you gotta know how to pick cotton. Sure, you gotta know, a little bit in order to be able to teach the shit, right? But you also gotta know how to fucking hold a whip and how to beat the shit out of people and get them into compliance. And while that's a stronger metaphor than what these American teachers are doing, the ends are the exact same. They have a whip and they are whipping your kids into submission. They have a ruler and they're whipping them into submission. And because parents want all the power, and because teachers want all the power, children get no fucking power whatsoever. And it's bullshit because it's making an entire crop of Americans, generation after generation, just being dumb, obedient fucking losers. A bunch of assholes that will watch one of their own get eaten up and they'll just watch and smile and make jokes and take pictures and not give a shit. That's immoral. And that's, it's like the fucking gazelles. Just because the fucking line gets, a weak one, antelope here and there, eventually that might be you. And you'll see the entire fucking herd just keep on going. The entire fucking herd is going to just let one of your own fucking die. And that's assuming we're lions and gazelles, or antelopes, or wildebeest. We're not all wildebeest. We're not all fucking lions. In fact, I think, we're all lions. We all could be leaders in our own capacity, but we just have to learn to respect one another. And since people don't understand, equality, how to treat one another, how to build culture, we have a cultural deficit. We have a democracy deficit. We got a cultural deficit. We don't know how to treat one another, how to treat each other better. It's all cutthroat fucking politics. It's all, I would say a lot of this has to do with like where my frustrations comes with is when I try to care about somebody else and I just want them to care about me. It's like they can't fucking do it. They can't fucking do it. And if I have to always, go around fighting to see if somebody can actually truly give a shit about me, I should just give up on them. Seriously, I don't fucking, your fake fucking love, I don't fucking need. I don't need it. And it absolutely sucks that I have to fucking scream and cry just to get somebody to give a shit. You know what? Don't give a shit about me. I would rather you not give a shit about me. That makes more sense. Don't give a shit about me. I don't want your fucking love. And that takes away all the power that you once thought you fucking had. Oh, you love me? I can treat you like a worthless bitch. I can treat you like shit. The oppressed do love their oppressors. So the teachers that take all the power, that are the dictators in the classroom in the totalitarian, fascist, fucking Nazi government schools, they know that all their students are falling in love with them. And it's not even falling in love with them because of anything that's special about them, but it's because you have power over them. They recognize that they're nobodies and that you're everything. And because you're human and you're walking around. So, everybody has some sort of sexual prowess. Man, woman, black, white, gay, straight. And if you're forced to stare at somebody for 3 fucking hours, that's they're like, hey, you must stare at me like this is a fucking peep show. Don't take your eyes off me and listen to everything I say and worship me like a god. There was even Jared Neal, was a fucking taught college, Kentucky fucking history and local and state government. And being a fucking representative, I felt like as a student, I had a rare opportunity to actually tell somebody who's working in government, put pressure on them to do the things that we want them to do. Nobody else looked at it that way. Everybody else was just obedient fucking sheep. Even this bald guy that was like, talk so fucking California. Man, you going to Cali, man? You should just have gone to Cali, Going to Cali is the way to do it. Go to Cali. Ha, ha, ha. Loud, obnoxious, acted like he was way better than everybody, and then was just a kiss ass the whole fucking time. Just kissed the fucking professor's ass. Oh, wow. Wow, you're a real cool kiss ass. Let me tell you, man, you're a cool fucking kiss ass. And he was supposed to be the toughest one in the fucking, he was bald. He shaved his head like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But he was a bitch. He was a fucking piece of shit bitch. And then Jared Neal says, just call me God. Because he had all the power. He had 100% of all the power. There's actually one point where we just started talking amongst ourselves and he gave up, I've lost control of the class. Because that's all he wanted was control of the class. I control this whole fucking room. You guys are nothing. I am everything. And being forced to sit in the fucking desk, having to stare at him like he's fucking somebody, nobody questioning anything he says, nobody's disagreeing with anything he's saying. Everything he says is just fucking wonderful and right. It's almost like just his position is what's allowing him to stay in his position. You know what I mean? Like, if I go into a school and I know I have 100% of the power, if I truly cared about my students, I'm going to share power and I'm going to get them to care about themselves. You will love yourself and you will love each other and you will respect each other whether you like it or not. You're going to care about your democratic society and your democratic virtues and your own rights and your own freedom, and you're going to be an individual whether you like it or not. So if I'm the dictator, I will dictate freedom and liberty. But because most dictators don't give a shit about that, they don't do that, And I don't know, being the only person in a school system, I'm going to be swallowed up by fascist totalitarianism. I'm going to get resentment from my colleagues. I'm going to get, if my scores are good, they're going to keep me because my scores are good. I'm doing something right. But if my colleagues resent me and they hate me and everybody's trying to fuck me over, there's this teacher right here that said that she got fired because she's a creative art teacher and she was sitting there saying, telling people to write any story that they want. And one student wrote a story about, instead of Jesus passing out fish and bread, he passed out marijuana to the sick. It's, if that is a fucking medical, ailment. And so what would be wrong? Jesus is like a hippie anyways, long-haired hippie, sandals, talking about peace, love, freedom, caring about the poor, caring about justice, speaking up against the empire, giving food and bread out to everybody. That's very food stampish, very communistic, and so Jesus was a long-haired hippie. So what? Giving out fucking medicine? Yes, it sounds like something Jesus would do. But because a Christian who also bragged about, I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get her fired. She's gonna get fired for saying that. Nuh-uh, you ain't gonna say that about my mythical fucking, my imaginary beliefs. Because here's an article about how Jesus Christ was fabricated in order to pacify the poor. And they say he's controversial, but really it makes fucking sense. Caesar's Messiah, the Roman conspiracy to invent Jesus. So, for this person's imaginary fucking friend, for her sky daddy, for whatever fucking reason, she was, insulted. I am insulted that you would allow another student to use creativity in their personal writing. Why can't they do that? Each person can write their own fucking story. How's the teacher to be blamed for what the students come up with? If the teacher says, all right, let's everybody write stories about marijuana, that's one thing. But for her to say, let's write a creative story about, mythology, and then they bring out Jesus, that's fucking creative and really smart, and that's something we should actually encourage. That's another thing our society and culture doesn't fucking value. It doesn't value intelligence. It doesn't value creativity and uniqueness and individuality. Kentucky, loving UK, being into Christianity, God. There's guns, flag, and Bible. That somebody said that's how tyranny will come to America. Will be through guns, flag, and Bible. But I hear people saying hey, I'm Mr. Gun, Flags, and Bible. So you're Mr. fucking Tyranny. It's going to come through here through the fake waving of patriotic flags, through the guns, of course. Guns knows how anybody gets power, so that's just goes without even fucking saying. And then Bible. So it's got to be Christian oppressors, just like Christopher Columbus. You better fucking become a Christian or else we're going to rape the shit out of you and murder you. To the Taino Indians. 500,000 Taino Indians fucking dead. And that's Christianity. KKK. Christianity. Glenn Beck did make a fucking point about, Abraham Lincoln and Gandhi and MLK being inspired by Jesus. But the idea of what Jesus was created for was to keep the poor people down. Even Napoleon says the same thing. Napoleon says that you need to, the religion keeps the poor from robbing the rich. It keeps the poor humble with having nothing. And since they have nothing, they just don't give a shit. So that's just the district indicated she had not conducted her classroom in a professional manner, and then she got fucking fired. So this teacher gets fucking fired, or she gets forced out because she allowed her student to come up with her own story. She didn't say that Jesus fucking passed out marijuana. One of her fucking students did, and it's bullshit that a person who allows somebody to have a smidgen of fucking independence would get fucked over like that. We live in an anti-democratic, Nazi totalitarian society. It's fucking cutthroat. It's backstabbing, dog-eat-dog fucking world. You're only responsible for your own economic progress, and if you don't succeed, then, you be damned. And I would assume that actually most people want you to fucking fail. They want to do well themselves, and they want to feel better than you. So if somebody has a small amount of wealth, they don't want anybody to have more wealth than them. They want you to fail. They want you to go down. And because of that competitive spirit, right, which is supposed to be good because it generates innovation and competition and all the rest of it, but that spirit actually is killing innovation, and it's killing independence and creativity. It's killing anybody who thinks outside the box. That's why you got a bunch of pasty white fucking people wearing UK fucking shit, wearing, goddamn fucking camouflage shit, acting like, hey, God, country, bullets, fucking Jesus, that's all I give a shit about. Fuck you. No, you don't. You don't care about poor people. You don't care about homeless. You don't give a shit about Jesus. Guns, that's like every fucking boy's fucking, toy. Who doesn't like guns? Yeah, you're really fucking unique in that circumstances. That Mao Zedong says power comes from the barrel of a gun. So again, that's fascism. That's more fascist Nazi fucking tyranny. So, and then the other one, Bible. That means your fucking religion is going to trump over everybody else. So it ain't a war on Christmas. It's the Christians' war on the world. That's why Muslims are getting fucking bombed, because Christians are the greatest things in the world, right? Well, according to Islam, Muhammad was the next prophet. Jesus was a prophet before Muhammad. So Islam actually accepts Jesus Christ, and they talk about Jesus. Christianity doesn't even acknowledge Muhammad even existed. I didn't learn about Muhammad until a couple years ago. Christians ain't going to teach you about that because Muhammad's fucking nobody to them. But I'm just saying that Islam has one avenue where they are more accepting than Christians are. You know, Islam, even though they don't say Jesus was a holy figure, they do say that he was, you know, like an Abraham. He was like a Moses, right? He was a prophet. He is a good man, and he was one of the precursors to the, you know, the chosen Messiah. So yeah, I mean, I and it sucks in a way too because while I'll take somebody's idea that they said in class and I'll run with it 100%. But they, you know, who are they? Where are they at today? They're just glad that they fed me some fucking, you know, from dead fish or whatever. And maybe I ate some, maybe I didn't eat some. But now I got to walk around knowing shit about this type of stuff and nobody to talk to about it. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really fucking mean. School, college, education, it's not, they're not fucking good. They're not fucking helping anybody. And it's fucking bullshit. You should question things. What the fuck? How are you going to go to school and be like, oh, I don't question anything at the schools? So in a June 2013 interview, Laszlo Bock, the tech giant's senior VP of People Operations, told the New York Times Adam Bryant that GPAs and test scores are worthless and they don't predict anything. So we're supposed to be college and career ready, but schools ain't even teaching us to be college and career ready because they've broken us down and they made us to be manipulated. Are we coming from good households to where we want to go and, you know, above and beyond? Of course not. It's all about manipulation and control and domination. And as long as these fucking Nazi educators want to have 100% of the power and they don't learn how to share power, they don't learn how to be cooperative with one another, they don't care about democratic forums and just dialogue and talking democratic processes and functions. To be able to cooperate with one another, we're going to have to argue, and there's going to be, some friction, and we sometimes are going to have to compromise and do things we don't want to do in order to get things that we do want to do. But it's all about negotiation, and it's free association, and people can do whatever they want to do. So I mean, until we have an inherent idea of who we actually are, that we're human beings, and that we care about, the entire human, the entire person, the entire part of other human beings, we'll never progress. We'll never get anywhere else. And it sucks that I'm fucking screaming this shit off the mountainsides, and I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. I'm listening to Albert Einstein. I'm listening to, Sudbury Model Schools, and I'm listening to anybody who talked good about democracy. It sucks that I got a political science degree, so I know more about democracy, and so therefore I see more options and more hope with the fucking forms and processes that we have. We only have hope if other people are willing to learn this shit. If you just want to be a dumb, ignorant ass, fucking backwards dumb fucker, then keep on being a dumb fucking. But I want to be with somebody that wants to educate me just like I want to educate them. Even if they talk about shit that I have a pretty good idea of, we still educate each other. We still get smarter. But if the idea of educating somebody means I'm the one who knows it all and you don't know shit, you're obedient to me and I'm the fucking king, fuck you. No, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. So, is he saying that 50,000 a year college education is totally worthless? Not exactly. Good grades don't hurt. But more importantly, Google is chosen to focus on general cognitive ability or prospective employees' capacity for learning and processing on the fly and pulling together disparate bits of information. How do they determine these attributes? We assess that using structured behavioral interviews that we validate to make sure they're predictive. So they're just saying that they care more about the person themselves. What does school teach? They actually teach the exact opposite. They're going to sit there and say that school's used as a crutch and that the college graduates lack emergent leadership qualities. And they're also going to say they lack intellectual humility. So this is what college is teaching us. This is why we aren't not getting the jobs. Because school is teaching us to be a bunch of fucking intellectual, stuck-up fucking snobs, and they're not teaching us actual skills. The intellectual humility. When you get too many A's in English class, you just assume that everything that you do is 100% right. You shit fucking gold, right? But unfortunately, the way we succeed is by trying, failing, and then trying again. But if we're around cocksuckers who just want to laugh at you, oh, you tried that experiment and it failed. Ha 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 ha. We're laughing at this asshole. Ha 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 ha. We're fucking. That's Americans right there, right? Motherfucker rather fucking make a joke and pop, some fucking joke at somebody than say, hey, try it again and we'll see how it goes. That's good. I'm glad you're actually just doing this shit, and I want to see you keep on doing it. Not Americans. Americans will laugh at you until you fucking, until you're fucking Steve Jobs and you come up with the next thing, and then you're a billionaire. And then he's like, yeah, you can kiss all my fucking asses, you stupid ass motherfuckers. Jack Andraka is a 17-year-old that come up with a pancreatic, form to a little litmus test, see if people can get pancreatic cancer. Only costs like $1 or $2. He's revolutionized how people can detect pancreatic cancer, and he's 17 years old. What if instead of oppressing our young people, we actually liberated them and allowed their creative juices to go forth? We allowed them to experiment, and we taught them to respect one another and the work that they did. Instead of just having all the power, we want to sit there and talk about ADHD and bullies. We're missing the fucking problem. The problem with bullies is that the teachers are the bullies. The teachers can't see another bully because they don't like weak fucking people either. So when the bully is saying, well, he was talking shit, so I had to fucking knock him out, and the teacher be like, oh, that's right, because I'm strong and you're strong, and we strong people stick together. And if you're willing to knock somebody out, fuck, you might knock me out. I'd rather go against the weak motherfucker. And so bullies slip through the cracks, and they go through fucking school because the teachers are the fucking bullies. And the teachers are the bullies. The people that stand up and participate are going to get picked on for fucking doing what the fuck they want to do. And then the ones who don't do shit are going to get picked on because they're just fucking nobodies, right? There's no fucking middle ground. It's a fucking war zone. And it absolutely is a fucking war zone. With a bunch of judgmental fucking stuck up fucking assholes. Yeah, it is a fucking war zone. Are you fucking kidding me? And the fact that, and the people, when you have the education profession being 90% white women, and they are shitty to their husband, they're shitty to men, they think that their shit don't stink, and that everybody's supposed to just bow down to them because they got a will to power, just like all human beings do. We all got will to power, but they think that, you just should shut up and fucking do as they're told. And yet they'll kiss the motherfucker's ass who treats them like shit. So are you teaching the boys to be a bunch of weak little bitches that you can manipulate and control? Or do you want your boys to be strong, machismo men that'll come and rescue you and do all the things you want to do? Women will say they want fucking little obedient bitch boys, right? Because they're easy to manipulate and control. But they don't want the obedient bitch boys to be their fucking husbands. They will not hang out with those type of men. They will not treat those type of men nicely. Beyonce said that she wouldn't respect Jay-Z if he just did whatever she wanted him to do. So if I feel like that's kind of, it's not love to be enslaved to somebody, but it is love to try to care about them. And so, Beyonce says she would not respect Jay-Z. And so Jay-Z's got to play a fucking manipulating mind game the whole fucking time. And I don't know if they're fucking happy or not, and I hope that they are. But, Solange tries to get in between this shit, and that's, what the fuck? What the fuck, is that shit about? She's allowed to attack men, and that's acceptable? I mean, fuck Jay-Z. I'm glad he's holding on the way he's holding on. But I feel like as soon as Beyonce is like, I'll have another one of you in a minute, then she will. She just fucking move on and not give a shit. And that's the reason why women get away with the shit that they do, because men want to fuck them. So men want to fuck them, and they act like they can do no harm. And if they're being an asshole, they'll fucking laugh. I saw this one woman beat the shit out of this car. And nobody knew who the car was, who the woman was, but she had these tight fucking jeans, and she was in high heels, and everybody started clapping. Yeah, you fucking destroyed this poor man's car. What did he do? He just said, I dumped you, I don't want to be around you, and she just vandalized his car. And we're all excited about that. So my point, though, in every group of people, not all women are bad. In every group of people, there's good and there's bad. So, but to assume that all women are good is just as stupid as assuming that all women are bad. My point is, if I know that women are treating adult men this fucking way, I saw this one woman talk shit yeah, I know you ain't gonna do shit. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. Bitch, I'm not fucking scared of you. You're a tiny fucking, you're it's like having a dog yell at you. I have to do what a dog says. I think humans actually do. Americans love dogs more than they love men. That's pretty much universal. That's a truism you can't even get past. When I was trying to get signatures, everybody be like, oh, get out of the way. But this little dog was tied up beside me. Oh, hey, puppy. Oh, look at you. And just started petting him and shit. People care more about fucking animals than they do about each other. And that was women. And so my point about women, if they're treating grown men like this, then they're doing worse to the fucking boys. at West Point Elementary School, I saw this woman, white woman, grown ass white woman, sit there harass this boy. And because I was sitting in class, she acted differently. She changed it to harassment to being like flirty. But she started holding on to him and talking about pulling his pants down. She was talking about de-pantsing him and then seeing his tinky winky. So he's talking about, she's talking about his dick, right? A boy's dick, a little fucking boy dick, right? And she's sitting there saying that she's going to humiliate him. If you don't do as I say, I'm going to fucking do this humiliating fucking thing to you. And this one fucking redhead woman, this girl with fucking big ass glasses, who's going to fucking struggle her entire fucking life, not understand why. Well, I'm a shitty bitch just like these teachers, and nobody's fucking respecting me. How come? Because you're a shitty bitch just like them teachers, and you have no, you're not attractive, so you're not going to get what beautiful women get, and you're not going to get what humans get. You're going to be just a fucking shitty fucking human being. You're going to be an absolute crap human being because the example that you had in class was a crap human being. And she was laughing and was like, hey, de-pants him. Be mean to him. She's getting into it. She was getting into the harassment because, when you have no soul, bullying somebody, hurting somebody, or cutting yourself is the only way you could feel like you got some type of soul. You got some humanity. Somebody actually gives a shit about you. It's not just about manipulating and controlling and dominating, but it's actually about treating people the way they're supposed to be treated. And it's fucking sickening. It's fucking sickening because I see women taking all the love and passing none of it back. And that's fine. Like I don't even want anybody to fucking love me. Don't fucking love me. Because when I needed love and needed somebody to care, nobody was there. And so frankly, I don't want it. I don't need it. I'll show you how love is supposed to work, but I don't, you will fuck it up, and I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need anybody's love. And that's good to say, to be honest with you, because the people they're assholes. They're absolutely shitty fucking assholes. They will only be nice or pleasant until they fucking get you to marry you or get you to, do what they want you to do, and then they'll just be a dick to you as soon as, like, right afterwards. They'll be a fucking dick. And so, yeah, don't fucking love me. I don't give a shit, but my point being is, there's 300 million people in this fucking country. I got, just fucking family members out the fucking ass. Not a fucking single one of them worth a fuck. None of them are worth a fuck. They would rather see me fail and go down and be miserable because, for whatever fucking reason. Because I got a cult, I got a fucking psycho fucking family that wants to murder me, so everybody fucking just says, well, your own family wants to murder you, then fuck, you should be fucking dead. No. They're the one that's in the wrong. And you can't understand that? You can't understand that? Stupid fucking, God, man, the stupid fucking assholes that I've fucking encountered in my life. I think it would be the smartest thing in the world for me never to fucking be vulnerable and offer somebody my fucking, true thoughts about something unless I'm saying, fuck you, I'm gonna blow your fucking ass up over this shit. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I got molested. I got molested at Spalding University. And you're telling me that if I was a woman and I got molested, that nobody would listen to me? Nobody would care about what had happened to me? No, that's absolute horseshit. Women have all the power. They have all of it. How do they not have power? They're in the positions as men, and if they got men that'll fucking dominate for them, or people think, if men just think women are right no matter what they fucking do, it's not right. It's absolutely not fucking right. And you see a decline in manhood, you see a decline in good men standing up for the right reasons, and you don't see any solidarity. You see a bunch of fucking individuals. So people like Bill Burr, he's fucking hilarious, but he is tripping on a lot of fucking really great truths. But unfortunately, I hope he errs on the side of goodness over evil. I don't know. It's hard to tell with him. Anyways, school is, see, they're not teaching us shit. So they say people that make it without college are often the most exceptional. If you can get through life and you haven't had any type of schooling or education or any fucking privileged positions, you're doing all right. You know how to fucking survive. So good for you. They said many colleges can be summed up as great opportunities to generate a ton of debt without learning the most useful things for your life. According to Bach, it's just an extended adolescence. On the other hand, when you look at people who don't go to school and make their way in the world, those are the exceptional human beings. And we should do everything we can do to find those people. So basically, school and high scores, high GPA, none of that means shit to Google. Google wants talent. They want people who actually can learn things, try new things, fail, and they can grow. They don't want some asshole saying, I know it all, just like these fucking intellectual fucking ivory tower assholes. Even in democracy class, they're fucking assholes. There wasn't a single motherfucker that wasn't an asshole in these classes. You got one asshole being a dictator, treating everybody like shit, and then you got a bunch of fucking sheep fucking assholes that kiss that fucking motherfucker's ass because that's what they've been trained for 12 fucking years to do. That's the king. You treat that king like he's the fucking man, and everybody else be fucked. And so, and it sucks. If I'm a person, do I want to speak my mind and tell the truth, or do I just sit like these dumbass fucking sheep? Because, hey, wait a second, you're speaking the truth? That looks different to me. All these other motherfuckers are just dumb, fucking, complacent, fucking stupid sheep. These stupid ass motherfucking sheep just treat me like a god, and you're treating me like a regular fucking person. Clearly, you're the one that's in the wrong, and all these sheep are in the right. I am a god, and you're not treating the god correctly. You're not fucking God. You're not fucking God. And frankly, college is supposed to be where we speak out ideas, we talk about ideas, we question ideas, we wrestle with these thoughts, and we come up with something new. But if that's not the point of college. The point of college, I mean, if I was to say, fuck you, you're being a fucking asshole to me, to a female who is being a fucking asshole to me, who is being shitty to me, well, I would get in trouble. But why? She's being an asshole and nobody's fucking stopping her. And if the teacher won't stop her and nobody else thinks it's going to be, you have to defend yourself. And if me defending myself looks like I'm the aggressor, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I'm the most, I think, give me a goddamn shit. Give me a tiny bit of love and I'll fucking take that love to a whole nother fucking, to another fucking planet. It just sucks, man. America fucking sucks. It absolutely does. My problems is not because I'm an asshole, because I'm mean, because I'm shitty. My problems is because I'm weak. And I talk to people like they're human beings. And I allow that love for humanity and for other people to trump my fucking will to power. And I think my problem has been, why I've been fucking failing, is because I'm not a fascist Nazi who only wants fucking power and to just dominate over others and then laugh at those who do what I say. You don't, if you do what your fucking massa says, you don't earn their respect. Hey, boy, go pick my cotton. Oh, yes, massa, I'll go pick your cotton. Oh, I really respect him. No, you don't respect him. You just learned that if you have a whip in your hand and you demand a fucking piece of shit to go fucking do your damn work, they'll do it. And that's the exact level. Once you find out what they're willing to comply to, that's the level they will always force you to fucking comply. Ha ha ha. I got that motherfucker to do what I want him to do just by threatening to beat the shit out of him. I'm a fucking genius. Look at me, I'm a fucking teacher. I'm a smart fucking teacher because I used a whip and I humiliated them and I treated them like shit and I told them I was going to send them to ISAP and they became compliant. Shut the fuck up. Pick my goddamn cotton. And then once we pick your cotton and we're finished with picking your cotton, we're going to be we'll have the whip. We'll be the massa. We'll fucking have the fucking farm and the operation and we'll control things. Bullshit. Bullshit. That won't be the fucking case. That is not what will fucking happen. Or what will happen is you'll be a fucking cotton picker for the rest of your fucking life. That's how it is in America. It's how it is in America. You don't become a janitor and think that you're going to work up to be CEO. No, that's not how it fucking works. You're born into the CEO position. You have fucking CEO friends and they got fucking kids and they get moved up. They got their buddies. All the fucking ruling class help their own. So they lack emergent leadership qualities. The same thing with the humility about being intellectual, having intellectual humility. Emergency leadership isn't a good quality. They don't have that quality either. They already think they're on top. They're naturally smart and then everybody else has to work for it. That's fucking bullshit. Everybody has the same, everybody's human. There's not a single skill, and I'll just apply this to everybody. There's not a single skill that any person has out here in this life that I couldn't acquire myself. And while, yes, there are exceptional talents, for the most part, I could farm a farm. I could build a building. I could drive a school bus. I could drive a fucking rig. I can unload shit off the fucking truck and give it to something else. There's not a goddamn thing out here especially average people, any average fucking person that I couldn't do myself. And I think that's true with anybody. There's not a person out here that couldn't do every goddamn thing that's going on. Yeah, not everybody could be a fucking, brain surgeon, but why not? If they had the time and the opportunity and the will and the curiosity and the college and the education there for them to pursue it, why can't they be a fucking brain surgeon? If they wanted to do it, they can. I don't think that being a brain surgeon means you got to have a high IQ. You just got to be willing to put in the work. Basically, you just don't have to be stupid, And there are people with low IQs, and that's unfortunate. That's a mental retardation, and that is a tax for them. But anybody that has a normal IQ that thinks averagely, the average person, the average human being could be a fucking, a space engineer. They can do whatever they want to do. They put in the time, they put in the effort, they can do what they want to do. Unfortunately, in America, we don't care about that type of shit. We don't care about everybody being elevated. We don't care about anybody getting better lives. We want to have all the power and fuck all the rest of you all. It's a hyper machismo, patriarchal, and matriarchal too. I mean, I guess it's the male and women. In the education field, it's all women. There's nothing but women in the education field. So there's male principals and shit. And but to be honest with you, they're the ones setting the fucking bad examples. They're the fucking fascist Nazis, and they know that they're fucking fascist Nazis, and they know they're on the fucking bullshit, and they don't care. They don't give a shit. They're not there to actually educate and try to get people to go where they want to go. They're there just to maintain order. And they'll fucking throw you out there. The high school fucking principal was talking about, well, whenever there's a fight, usually somebody was jawing, which means they was talking. So talking shit is enough of a reason to fucking hit somebody. But is it enough of a reason to hit him? The motherfuckers, they want to fucking put all the oppression on the students, but if you just ask them, well, if you were talking in class or if you were talking to your friend, would you want to get yelled at? Would you want to get kicked out of school? And if I've seen bullies, if I'm just reading a book by the tree, a bully will come up and be like, hey, bitch, I'm going to kick your ass. Now it's my word versus his word. If I try to get the authorities, if I try to tell a teacher, hey, he came up and said he was going to kick my ass. Now the teacher has to do something about it. Oh, I don't want to do something about it. This weak ass fucking book reading nerd. Well, fuck him. I wish he would get his ass kicked. I hate how he fucking just goes around and read. That's the type of mentality these teachers have. And so I'm sitting there reading a book, and a bully comes up to me, I'm going to kick your ass, you son of a bitch. I get up and I beat that motherfucker's ass. He threatened, he said he was going to fucking do it, and he asked for it. What the fuck is the problem? If I said, fuck you, bitch, as I'm beating his fucking ass, is that going to get me in trouble? And it would. And it would. They said, well, the other person was jawing. Well, I'm reading a book, and there was absolutely no jawing whatsoever fucking ever. But I fought back. I guess I'm going to get suspended. And that is the way they would do it here at Breckinridge County. This is it's American school sort of universality too. If two people getting into a fight, they both get suspended, even if one person was the initiator of it. And as a fucking good kid, that gives me no power. That gives me no options. One woman said, oh, I ran into the principal's office. That's what you got to do. Just run into the principal's office. Well, that doesn't stop the bully. He knows that you're fucking scared. He's going to get you after school. He's going to get you on the school bus. He's going to get you on Facebook. He's going to fucking get you out in the streets. And nobody's going to give a shit because that's what the teachers are teaching. You get 100% fucking domination over somebody and you shut your damn mouth. So we're not learning to respect ourselves, each other. There's no solidarity. There's no fucking networking. And the knowledge that we're gaining, there is no knowledge. We forget it the day after. You crammed all this fucking shit in our head. We didn't have any conversation. We learned it without a point. We didn't build upon other people's perceptions. And now all that so-called fucking knowledge is gone. School is worthless. School should be disbanded. They should do away with the Department of Education. School is fucking worthless. The teacher training schools, that's all they fucking gave a shit about was oppression. And that's all they cared. We're goddamn adults. And how easy would it be just to say, okay, adults, we're going to be a family. For the next year, we're going to be a little family. And we're going to care about one another. We're going to respect each other's viewpoints. And we're going to build off of one another. We are our brother's keeper, and we should give a shit about one another. This whole fucking dog-eat-dog fucking competition gets the best type of shit. Fuck that. There's a balance. Yeah, competition can breed good things, or it can really breed destructive things. Right? Monopoly, you don't care about who's got the best land or the best hotel. You just put everybody out of business. So if competition is encouraging us to make a better product, a better service, good. If capitalism is making us smash good fucking people just because we want to win, just to get on the fucking top, bad. Of course that's fucking true. And democracy and capitalism are inherent opposites. No wonder our schools don't give a shit about democracy. So it says, when faced with a problem, you're a member of a team. Do you, at the appropriate time, step in and lead, or just as critically, do you step back and stop leading? Do you let someone else be able to relinquish power and to share power? You know, that's a good thing. Sometimes you have power, sometimes you don't have power. For the fucking teachers, they get 100% of the power, and they take 100% of the power away from the students. And then the students with zero power, who are they? They're fucking nobody. They're absolutely nobody unless they hit each other or get into a fight amongst each other. They will not be able to distinguish themselves in any fucking way, shape, or form. It's bullshit. It's fucking stifling. Just thinking about sitting in a fucking room with a dumb fucking stuck up fucking asshole talking to me like we're stupid. And today, children, we're gonna learn about Christopher Columbus and how he's such a great man. Who here can tell me why Christopher Columbus was a great man? Objection, you're leading. He was a shitty fucking dude. Well, you don't use that language. You get out of my... You don't talk to me like a goddamn fucking moron. What the fuck is wrong with you? Is this how you've been talking to people your whole fucking life? When you talk to people like that, you're saying they nothing. They nothing. That geography fucking teacher just talked to every goddamn person in that fucking room like they were shit. And they all took it. They all fucking took it. And they want to look at me like when I fucking, you know, can't sit still. Well, you have ADHD. There's something wrong with you. No, there's something wrong with you that you can sit around the fucking Nazi treating you like a dickhead and you think that's normal. That's normal to you? This is America. You don't know what freedom or democracy even fucking feels like, do you? It's fucking bullshit, you know? It's fucking bullshit. God, it's such fucking bullshit. God, people are so fucking shitty. It's all absolutely fucking you know, it's demoralizing, man. Shit. People would rather be fucking assholes than to fucking encourage or to say, go Johnny go, or hell, I like what you're doing, I liked your work, I liked how you did that. And you don't have to like it, you can disagree with it, but are you disagreeing with it as a friend or a fucking enemy? I think it's as a fucking enemy. There's very few times I could ever justify negative reinforcement. I don't know, when would that be okay? When would negative reinforcement be okay? If you don't shut the door and lock it, I'm gonna beat your face in. That when is that okay? If you don't fucking answer, you know, yes, yes, when I say class, class, if you don't say yes, yes, I'll fucking punish you. Hey, America, yes, yes. Keep your mind shut. Don't listen to the politics. Shut your damn mouth. Not enough intellectual humility. Successful, bright people are unaccustomed to failure. They don't know how to learn from failure. And they commit the fundamental attribution error, which is if something good happens, it's because I'm a genius. If something bad happens, it's because someone else is an idiot. Or I didn't get the resources or the market moved. So it's not, you know, it's not just luck. It's success. It's all about if you did it or not. Real men make their own success, right? Isn't that what the man from Titanic said? For many hotshot brand name college grads, success is attributable to natural talent instead of hard work or flexibility. Intellectual humility is akin to emergent leadership in that it fosters adaptive learning and collaborative problem solving. It means learning from mistakes and being able to step back when faced with a better idea. This is what Google is looking for more than anything. So the school system is not giving us good jobs. They're teaching 100% compliance. Shut the fuck up. Do what the fuck you're saying. And since we're not elevating talent, we're not elevating intellectuals, we're not elevating smart people. Women are like the standard. Look at these girls. They sit down. They're quiet. They're all pretty. And they do as they're told. They're going to make it. No, they're going to make it not because of that, but because they got people who love them, regardless of what they do. People actually love them. They actually love them. And that's why they'll succeed. Not because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, because I don't know, I guess they can get away with, they can sort of be submissive and look like they're doing what they want to do, but then also say what they want, and then that's what they get. I don't know. When I compare to men, I'm not saying all women have it easy, but I am saying that all men have it hard. All men have it hard. It's just a fucking war out here. When something bad happens to women, people care. When something bad happens to a man, we laugh. It's just a fucking comedy. Men don't give a shit about men. And I think really that's where it starts. That's where it begins. So when men care only about, like my mother says, you just love a woman, I didn't know what you do, or you just love a girl, I don't know what you do about a boy. You love a boy too, but why didn't she know that? Why didn't she know that you're supposed to love a boy too? Just the girl gets love? Well, she's a girl. She wants to be loved, and she sees another girl, and she wants it to be loved. She loves the girl because she loves herself, and so she gets the love, all the love, and the man gets all the love to her. And then the boy's like off to the side. Fuck you, boy. You're a boy. I ain't gonna fucking care about you. You're just supposed to have it all together, and you know it all. So, either be a man. What the fuck is your problem? You get stronger through love and people caring about you. You don't get strong by people being shittier to you. If anything, it just crushes people's will and their spirit, and it causes resentment. It's resentment. That's the biggest thing I think I would learn in American schools was resentment. Resentment at people being dicks to me. Resentment at me thinking that the only way I could fucking get by and do well in school was by being a sit down, shut up little bitch. Just fucking resentment. So my colleagues, my fucking peers didn't fucking like me. They fucking hated. They resented that I was a kiss ass. They resented that I did well in school and that I made good grades, that I was smart, that I was intellectual. They resented me. They hated me. And then the teachers hated me too for the same fucking reason. Oh, you do everything I tell you to do? Well, you should be in fucking jail, you stupid ass bitch. Wow. So 100 fucking days straight in a row, I could be a badass motherfucker. But as soon as I say, hey, why are y'all being dicks? All of a sudden, you're evil, you're bad, what the fuck? How dare you? It's Machiavelli all over again. You could be an asshole your entire fucking life, and people are happy when you're nice. Or you could be a nice person your whole life, and people are assholes to you when you're a dick. Hey man, why are you being such a dick now? You always usually so fucking cool and so fucking nice. Because I'm a fucking human, and I don't like when people are shitty to me. Why is that? Why is it a big? Why are you being a dick to me whenever I stand up for myself? Am I not allowed to have any autonomy? I'm not allowed to care about myself? So, why does Google doesn't care about hiring top graduate students? The fundamental attribution error. Something good happens just because I'm a genius. Something bad happens because I'm an idiot, or some other thing happened, or somebody's an idiot. Make that people. Let's see. People that make it without college are the most exceptional. Learning ability is more important than IQ. So, college isn't teaching. If you're a good graduate, you're not going to get a job. And Google's a good job. Google is like one of those few places that have, they're laid back and they have good hours and they are good. That's a good job. Google's a good job. And so for people that think they're going to go to college and they're going to get good jobs, you're not going to get a good job. You're not learning anything. You're just being an obedient bitch. The only way you'll succeed is if you go to college and get a piece of paper and you know some people who can get you a job. It'll be about your context. It won't be about so much about the context that you do make. It'll be about the context that you already have and possibly some of the new ones that you do make. Possibly somebody might like you. That is possible. But most people that go to school, you have 30 students, and only one or two of them are going to get the professors in that class's attention. And there might be somebody else in that school that you can get their attention too. But if the only way you can get their attention is by being obedient, doing what the fuck they ask you to do, I think that sets up a asymmetrical fucking relationship. It sets up to where you always do what they want you to do, but they won't actually, it won't be turned around the opposite way. What do you want them to do for you? And that's how fucking relationships work. It's either a two-way street or it's nothing at all. And God, it's just such fucking bullshit. I mean, just bitches in general. So Kristen Harris, right? I'm talking after class, and the Jennifer Mangio is asking about my experiences, and I'm being emotional, and I'm talking about my feelings. Kristen Harris says, don't talk to her about feelings because she's a stupid, shitty, psychopathic bitch. But she comes in and she's eavesdropping on the conversation. So I just get all this anxiety. Here's a psycho fucking Nazi standing right beside me when I'm pouring my heart out. And then when I poured my heart out, she was a bitch. She was kind of saying, well, you need to do as you're told. And I said, well, equality only is of one of two ways. It's either we're obedient to each other and we're free, or we're both just free. And she just looked at me like I was fucking stupid. And then later on, they write on the report, they made up shit. They're just a bunch of bitches being bitches, and they want to fuck me over. They've already fucked me over because they got a vagina, so, clearly they must be right. But that's bullshit. To assume that a person is always 100% right because they got a vagina, no, 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 no. That's sexist, and possibly might be racist too, but it's definitely fucking sexist. And discrimination, no matter what, is fucking wrong. I don't care. I don't care. You want to sit there and say what women have had it worse throughout life? I don't even know if that could be an argument to be made. I mean, everybody's had it fucking hard. You think it's easy to be Daniel Boone and fucking cutting through the damn forest and shit and coming up with new shit? No, it's not fucking easy. And was it easy for Daniel Boone's wife to be his wife? That probably wasn't easy either. But to say that one person was somehow better off than the other ones, I don't fucking believe that shit. There's a woman I was talking to actually here in Breckenridge County. She has all the fucking power, all the power. She says she wants a stress-free life. What kind of fucking you have a fucking so much freedom and so much you have it all going for you, and you just want to sit around and do nothing. You just want to sit around and do fucking nothing. That's what you want. Well, that's fucking nice. Yeah, I would like a person just to allow me to sit around and do nothing too. That'd be really fucking nice. And no matter how pretty I dress and how much I smile at people, I will never get that same fucking gift that that girls get. And so compare men to the boys, or to compare women, how women treat men to how women treat the boys. If they're treating the men like shit, they're treating the boys like shit. They're not teaching the boys to be men. They're not teaching them to stand up for themselves. They're giving them drugs. They're giving them Ritalin, and they're punishing them for being themselves. Boys have more energy. Doesn't mean they're wrong, and doesn't mean they're bad people. They just have more energy. And every time that I've gone to school, I do get the absolute just the students just fawn over me. I remember going to St. Joseph orphanage. They were teaching two second-year-old or second graders or something. And I just walked in the room the second day, and they all started saying, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." They all started calling me Daddy, which was weird, but really nice. It just, they saw a gift in me. They saw that I actually saw them, that I cared about them, that I wasn't an oppressive dickhead, that I wasn't just going to get in their face and say, do this and do that and do this. And then when that happens, that the teachers get all fucking jealous. It's like, well, he's not an asshole. That's why they like him, because he's not a fucking prick like we are. And instead of saying we should change our ways, they say we're gonna fucking hate him. He's a fucking asshole. We don't want him around here because he's a good guy. He's a good fucking man. Let's fuck him over. And that's so America is killing intelligence. They're killing creativity, and they're killing good people. Maybe my idea, maybe Jesus, me being inspired by Jesus hasn't helped. Maybe that's you have to do it. You have to have power. Some along the way, you gotta say at some point, I want some power. I want power for myself. I want power to survive. I want power to protect my friends, my family. I want power. I want money. I want to be able to live. I want to be able to go on. And it's only that point, not that you want to dominate over on others, but that you don't want to be dominated on. And so you get enough power just to fight power, right? Get enough power just to tell a motherfucker, no, that's my fucking property. Get the fuck off my land. I don't give a shit. No, fuck you. That's my fucking land. And it's only when you acknowledge that you want power, and either A, you want pure unmitigated power, so it's just one big fucking, you're just gonna fuck the world over and play your stupid ass games with the entire world, or you're gonna get with other people that understand that you got a will of power, and that you're gonna have, if you have a foundation rooted in love, peace, understanding, togetherness, justice, if you have strong moral values, then you can get to the next fucking step. If I know a motherfucker cares about me, I can get into a discussion, into an argument, and then we'll be better fucking people for it. We'll be better fucking people for it. But as long as motherfuckers, it's a goddamn war out here. It's not, I don't have a fucking gun, but when I go to if I'm a working class person and I gotta get a shitty job in order to keep my shitty house, then I'm going to a shitty fucking position where I get no fucking love. I'm doing assembly line work. Shut up, you're fucking nobody. And how does that help anybody? Just to accept a life of fucking, drollness, a life of just fucking drudgery, like shit. And whereas I could see a fucking woman going to a job just like that, being a assembly line worker just like anybody else, but also men wanting to fuck her, so that shitty job isn't so shitty. You're not being disrespected. You're elevated. Everybody's fucking loving you. You're still getting. So I mean, at what point? I mean, women's lives are fucking cake. They're absolute fucking cake. There's one woman, I think I got too much pride to love someone else. Maybe you do. Maybe you're just a selfish fucking asshole and you don't give a shit about anybody else. Everybody's always giving you love. And you have no idea how to love anyone else. Love isn't just, letting somebody kiss you. That isn't love. Love is justice. Okay? Love is justice. So if you let someone kiss you, but you don't care if they get beat up for no fucking reason, you're the asshole. You don't love that person. You're using their love. You're using sex as a weapon and you're using love as a weapon against that poor schmuck. I've had women even do that shit to me. So wait a second. You love me, right? Well, if you love me, then you'll do this. Wait a second. Do you love me? Then you'll never fucking manipulate me like you just now fucking did. No, I'm not your fucking bitch. I'm not your fucking slave. I need to do this fucking work. I want to get this thing accomplished. Can I do it? Can you care about me just doing it and empathize and saying he's doing that thing while I'm doing this thing? Or do you got to be a stupid, shitty piece of shit because you're an asshole and you don't know how to fucking be a regular fucking person? So, here's to this life, this fucking struggle, this hard ass fucking life. I don't understand you. I haven't got better, but I'm getting better. And you fucking criminals, y'all made it harder for me. That's for damn sure. It didn't have to be this fucking hard. This is America. We have all these resources and all these things. And frankly, all we need is what? Camaraderie, solidarity, for us to give a fuck. That's all we really need, right? For somebody to give a fuck. And I don't know. I'm not gonna change who I am. And I guess I have to recognize that it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna always be hard. And maybe when I'm 90 years old, I can let somebody love me. But I don't think so. Not anymore.